As well as the ready tied chod rigs that I've already described in the video relating to that product, a lot of people ask us, what knot do you use to tie the chod rig hook, either an incisor or a deceptor or the new Gardner chod hook, onto the tripwire, the super stiff nylon that is perfect for use with chod rigs and stiff rig end sections. The knot I use is a very specialised whipping knot. First off, put the tripwire hook link through the eye of the hook and form a sizable loop, holding the loop between the fingers of your left hand. Then place fingers into the loop and start rotating the outer part around the shank, making sure that it is only that side of the loop that is spinning up and around the shank of the hook. This takes quite some practice, but once you've mastered the art, you'll find you can tie a perfect knot with bristle filament and tripwire every time you want to tie up a stiff link. Once you've done 6 or 7 turns, lubricate the turns with some saliva and gently pull first one end through and then on the tag until the knot is held together but not fully bedded down. Now use your fingers to pull the whipping knot roughly into position, because this stops marking the stiff nylon on the eye as you're pulling it through under pressure, and lubricate again with saliva. Now you're free to pull it down tight, first from the hook link side and then with your teeth on both, and you'll find that unlike the knotless knot, which is popular for normal nylon, braided and skinned hook links, the tag from the back of the knot will be far straighter and more rigid. It's less likely to turn under pressure and keep the finished D that you'll use to mount the bait in the correct position for ultimate hooking efficiency. Now that you've reached that point and you've tied the tricky whipping knot, which is the hardest part to master, and once you've got that you've almost cracked it, you simply slide a 3mm rig ring onto the tag of the knot and pass the end of the knot back through the eye. This will form a nice tidy D which acts as an effective hinge for the anti-eject properties of the rig to work on. Trim back the tag so that there's only about a centimetre showing, and create a small lump to stop it pulling back through the eye by burning the end of the tag with a lighter. That's the end section. You can use that for chod rigs or the hinge stiff rig, and it's killer. It's a real big fish rig, and one that's been used for the capture of most of the big fish in England and Europe for about the last 10 years. The final stage to get it out fishing is to tie it onto the size 12 flexi ring swivel that you've already got on the lead core setup that we described in the chod rig video elsewhere on this site. For this, it's simply a matter of tying a 3 or 4 turn blood knot, pulling it down tight, teasing the material into position until the knot is at the desired height for your pop-up, and again trim back the tripwire so that you've got about a centimetre of material left, and blob back this so that there's no chance that the material can pull back through what would otherwise be, with lighter nylons, an inefficient and poor knot, the blood knot. As a final touch, use your fingers in a curved action to put a gentle curve into the hook link, as this will aid the hooking mechanism, and there you have it. A perfect chod rig. With a little bit of practice and the right components, you can tie them up as good and go out there and catch fish from any venue that you choose.